Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's video blog. We are Sunday, March the 5th, 2017. It's almost 1 a.m. and I am dressed up. Why? Because I'm gonna go to a friend's house to watch Fastlane. That is, if I manage to wake my mother up. Yeah, 1 a.m. Yeah, it's a bit late, but you know, sometimes the stars just don't align. You know, I know that I should have been ready way earlier than that, and that really was the plan. You know, in my mind, I was gonna wake up at 2 p.m., watch the game between Marseille and Lorient, and after that, get ready. But the problem is, I woke up right after the game between Marseille and Lorient, and you know, from that, well, I mean, when you just have to shift everything by 3 hours, well, it's all getting fucked up. So yeah, I didn't even watch Monaco versus Nantes. I just know that Monaco thrashed Nantes 4-0. It was already 3-0 at halftime, so maybe, you know, Monaco just decided to play it a little bit more relaxed after in the second half, or maybe it's just that Nantes managed to just block that shit up. But I don't know, because I didn't watch the match. However, I did manage to catch a replay of Marseille versus Lorient, and holy shit! I know that Lorient are at the bottom of the table in Ligue 1, and that therefore, you know, much like against Rennes, it's not such a tremendous result. But I mean, you still have to score the 4 damn goals. Now, I think that there's been 4 different goal scorers in the first half. It was Rolando and Payet. What a wonderful goal by Payet. You know, it's a bit of a shame that if it had been for West Ham, everybody would have been like, wow, that's a stroke of genius and all that kind of shit like that. But in Marseille, it's like, he's really lucky. And yeah, that sucks. You know, it shows how much the haters will just completely make a judgment given you know, based on one part of the equation. So yeah, I mean, to me, if even if it had been for West Ham, I would have said that it was a bit of luck, but I mean, for Marseille, it is a stroke of genius. 2 goals on corner kicks. The first one was a bit lucky for Rolando because, well, I mean, it might as well have gotten in by itself, but yeah, false rebounds and all that kind of shit. He had to smash it inside the goal with a well placed header. Not everyone could have done it. Yeah, and I mean, Payet's goal, wonderful. And in the second half, well, just after the return, actually, from just at the start of the second half, goal by Thauvin and goal by Sanson. After 4 tries, Sanson managed to get one in. Really, really cool. Yeah, Sanson and Sertic are really the 2 best recruits of this winter. You know, despite the fact that on the other hand you have Evra and Payet. You gotta be, you know, just a bit fair to the recruiters, to the scouts. That Evra hasn't been just as good as we thought it would be, and well, I mean, Payet, he's just not been exceeding expectations. So yeah, you know. The fact of the matter is, Bedimo is doing as good as of a job as Evra has been expected to. So yeah, that speaks volumes about Evra's actual level, or maybe Bedimo's actual level. You know, he's been way better than we thought. Especially, you know, just walking on water. I don't know if that phrase exists in English, but when you see at like the 43rd minute on a free kick, Payet just trying to do a little assist to Bedimo, like it's not an assist. It's an act on a different metaphysical plane as us, because you just don't understand how Payet would even think of doing that, and yet he does. So yeah, that's the kind of player you expect great things from that kind of players, and when they do it, you're still surprised. Yeah. Yeah, the second the goal by Thauvin was really fucking brilliant. That is just a pass in the middle of the midfield by who was it? I think it was Cabela, and Thauvin just playing with the defense, much like on the goal for Sanson. Yeah, when the assist by Thauvin, and just the passing game through Lorient's midfield and defense, just fucking brilliant. I loved it. But yeah, finally, I think that Garcia realized that maybe Cabela is the best option to replace Gomis. We've had 3 weeks of 2 weeks actually of NGA. I mean, okay, NGA, he's not bad, but sometimes when you want a true offensive sequence, you just cannot play with a dude on front of the offense who's only good with long balls. You have to have someone who's got some technical abilities, and well, Remy Cabela is that guy. Like, he's in a very good phase right now. He's technically, and well, I mean, all that he did was pretty much perfect. The only way the match could have been better would have been if it had been 4-0 and not 4-1. But sometimes you just can't have everything. I feel like I'm saying the same thing as when Las has been released from his contract. You just can have everything. At one point, we will be in position to ask for the impossible, because at one point that's the heart of the project, being the best team in France, not only with the reputation but with the results, at a moment M. So yeah, we're gonna need to go further than that, not concede dumb goals, because that was a dumb goal. So the way they lost the ball, it just doesn't happen to top guys. So yeah, it's just the little details, but right now those little details make the difference between a team that can still qualify for European Cup, that is the Europa League, and a team that can actively go for the title, or at least the Champions League spots, the top 3. And really, I think that the goal this season should be the 5th place. The 4th place is it's a bit out of reach because of Lyon, who still have 7 points on us. And well, they still have to play that match against Metz, so they could technically be 10 points ahead of Marseille. So yeah, I mean, unless they decide to just play like shit, and that Bordeaux also decides to play like shit, because Bordeaux have 1 point on Marseille, it's going to be a bit complicated. Yeah. What could I say, really? You just realize how important Sanson is when you see him play. That's just the thing. I'm not saying that guys like Venker and Lopez and Zambo are not good. It's just that suddenly Sanson has become so essential to the system, to the midfield, to get the ball out. Yeah, I mean, it's just wow. We thought we already knew that he was going to be a great player, and that in a way he already was a great player. But holy shit, to be just in such an important piece of the midfield, after only being there for 2 months, not even that actually. Wow, that that's going to be those are going to be some great seasons with the right players, I feel. Yeah. Besides that, what could I talk about? Yeah. Nothing much. I don't expect lots of things from Fastlane. It just feels like a speed bump. on the road to WrestleMania. Yeah, that was I didn't think of that pun when I started recording, but I guess that it really applies. It's not as if it was particularly bad. The build-up has been pretty interesting. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns feels like it's going to be more than we expected from that match. Like I don't know, back when Braun Strowman started squashing nobodies. Yeah, I still don't feel like it would be at its place in a pay-per-view in another era. Now I just realized that there might be an interference by the Undertaker, or maybe the Undertaker will just pop there after the match, but that also means that maybe Roman Reigns is gonna win. I don't know, because this whole thing that's happened at the Royal Rumble, I just cannot see Roman Reigns go unpunished by the Undertaker for such an act of disrespect. There's been such a talk about respecting the legends, for example Strowman to Mick Foley, and it's great to have Mick Foley just he found again what made him great. That kind of that kind of heart. I remember when he seeing the promo where he responded to the Kane Dewey chants. Yeah, that was something. But yeah, that kind of heart that he lacked really those past months. With I'm gonna read now the name of the town in my head. No, he didn't do that this week. So yeah, just that kind of stuff that really feels new. Besides that, I mean Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. I don't know. Some of the rest of the card is just, hey, so Seth Rollins is injured, so I guess that we're gonna have Chris Jericho is not gonna face Kevin Owens anymore. So though I think that this was the plan all along. But yeah, Kevin Owens is gonna face Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Samoa Joe is gonna face Sami Zayn. Yeah. The women's title. I don't see why Charlotte should end her pay-per-view winning streak tonight. Yeah, I don't know why that would happen. And not at WrestleMania. The match for the tag team titles. Why would Enzo Amore and Big Cass win the titles right now? Like, how bad would it be for the club? Like, if there is a title on the line, I don't feel like it's gonna change hands, because that probably would cheapen the moment, the WrestleMania moment that's just looming 3 weeks from tonight. 3 or 4, I don't remember. But yeah, probably more 4. Yeah, the fact of the matter is, WrestleMania is so close that, when you think about the big moments, they just are not gonna happen tonight. And, it's not gonna be disappointing, but it's kind of gonna be, that was to be expected. So, but, there's still a good chance of having some surprises. We're never safe from that. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.